There's been a point in time in our life where we felt lost with no sense of direction or nobody to guide you. Most of my life, I've never had somebody to guide me. I know we all suffer from different traumas or life lessons, in which yours may be different than mine. But there's one thing in common, and that is that we've been able to overcome them and left them in the past, right where they belong. Thanks to those problems, we've learned what not to do and how to become a better person. Just like in the movie The Lion King, Hakuna Matata, meaning no worries, because everything happens for a reason. And the reason why I didn't have nobody to guide me was because God knew I had it in me to become a better person and to help others by guiding them and teaching them how to become a better person for themselves. Ever since I was a child, I was always shut down by my elders. I was told I wouldn't be no one, that people would always gonna make fun of me for being a small, skinny, little scrawny kid, and that I wasn't good enough. But thanks to all those negative comments, I used it as jet fuel to impulse myself and to become the person I wanted to be. During this presentation, I will explore the following: how I had to understand that I needed to mature at an early age, realizing that no one will be there for you when feeling lonely, and knowing that it was on me if I wanted to proceed and become somebody better. To begin with, most of my life, I've never had somebody to guide me. I'm the oldest of 6 siblings, 1 biological sister, 2 half-sisters, and 2 step-siblings. As the oldest and firstborn child, I would have to figure things out on my own. I didn't have the privilege of having an older sibling to help me with my homework or to protect me. I had to always figure things out on my own. Also, as a first gen, as soon as I learned how to read, I started translating legal documents for both my parents. If I hadn't translated a word correctly, they would become angry or upset at me and tell me, "Why do I send you to school for?" Mind you, I was like 6 or 7 years old at the time. I was probably still reading the book The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Henrry. During that time of my life, I realized that no one was going to come and help me, that I needed to grow up and put my big boy pants for me and for my family. So with the money I had saved up, I bought a dictionary to find the definition of words and to be able to translate them. Now that I've spoken about maturing at a young age, I will also look at how also at a very young age, I realized that no one would be there for me, especially when feeling lonely. A couple years later, my parents got divorced, causing me and my sisters to move to Mexico with my mother. Things weren't going good back home. There's a lot of problems and violence, causing me to get kicked out at the age of 10. With nothing in my hands, not even a change of clothes. I walked across town with tears running down my face. Nobody asked or turned over to look at me and asked me if I was okay. That's when I realized nobody was gonna come and save me. I wiped those tears off my face and looked for a place to sleep. I spent a couple nights sleeping in a abandoned semi-truck, and the only thing I had to eat was bolillo, which is a Mexican version of a French baguette. From that point on, I knew that I couldn't count on anyone and that the only person I needed was myself. Now that I've spoken about realizing that no one will be there for you when feeling lonely, I will explore on how I needed to understand that my future was on me and nobody else's. Finally, after graduating high school, I knew I wanted to attend college and proceed with a higher education. Both my parents couldn't help me financially, and I knew I didn't want to go into debt, so I went and got into a construction job. I put on my work boots and my hard hat on and went straight to work, not knowing nothing about the industry or the trade. I also met all kinds of people, many of them have said a lot of bad things to me. For example, "This isn't a job for you, what are you doing here? You should be in school. You're just a boy, you won't last long." Many of my coworkers doubted me and didn't want to teach me how to operate the heavy equipment. As a result, I had to learn on my own. I did my own research, watching YouTube videos, doing courses, and eventually I learned how to read and interpret the plans. Eventually this helped me a lot and placed me in a better position. Due to all the negativity I was receiving from all those people, it made me ambitious and hungry to become better than them and prove them wrong. To sum it all up, I don't blame anyone or anything for the people. I don't blame anyone or anything for what happened to me along my life. All I know is that I had myself and God would never abandon me. If it wasn't for these events, I wouldn't have pushed myself to my limits to become a better person, and not only that, but also made me want to help people and guide them in moments of struggle. Because I know what it feels like to be abandoned and excluded. Even when feeling lost, every life obstacle that shows up will leave you some of the toughest scars, but also come with a lesson. It will bring you knowledge and experience, which is something that no one else can take away from you. Be the person you wish you had whenever you felt lost, and make that change today. If you can help someone, go ahead and do it, because you never know what the person might be going through. It doesn't cost you anything to make a change today. Maybe one day there will be a future where we all work together and have sympathy for each other. Thank you.